Hey guys, good evening and welcome to Tech Thursdays on Music and Tea. I remain Muharst, your favorite sound engineer, and today we'll be talking about a very interesting topic, how to maximize your sound check. But before we dive into that, please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video to others, and leave a comment below so we can answer your questions. Now the topic we're about to discuss about is sectioned into two categories: for engineers who know their singers and engineers who don't know their singers. Now for engineers who know their singers, please follow this duly, and for those who don't, you can use this as well to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, how do you maximize your sound check as a sound engineer or a sound technician? Simple. Don't always depend on your singers and musicians. Now, first things first, you need to be an active engineer. Now, how can you be an active engineer? By solving problems before they even arise. Now, the first thing you need to do is to make sure you have a very good line check. How do you do that? Make sure all your microphones are connected properly and signals flowing through. Make sure all your instruments are well tuned, and make sure all your speakers are positioned properly. The next thing you need to do is to ring out every speaker that is close to a microphone by making sure you attain the highest volume or gain you can achieve on a microphone or speaker before feedback kicks in. We'll talk about feedbacks and how to correct them in videos to come. Then the next thing you need to do is to make sure there is sufficient power flowing through your systems, because sometimes low powers, either from generators or from wherever electrical source you're receiving from, can affect your sound check terribly. The next thing you need to do is to make sure your floor monitors are active. The next thing you need to do is to assume the position of every singer. I'm sure you know them and how they sing by now, and every musician and how they play, how loud they want their monitors to be or how low they want their monitors to be. Now simulate your singers one after the other on every microphone and make sure you set their gains properly. Same thing to the musicians. Then the next thing you need to do is to have a rough sketch of EQ on every microphone. Just make sure you roll down 100 Hz below, because we don't need them on a vocal microphone. And for the lead singer, boost a little bit of highs from 2K above, and for the backups, you cut a little bit so the lead vocal can shine through. Now for things like keyboard, synthesizers, you just leave them flat because they really don't need much EQing. Now for compressing and limiting, you will have to simulate singers just like I said, their highest point and their lowest point, and then give a little rough sketch of the threshold, knee, and whatever parameters you'll be using on such effects. Now for the room entirely, you should have fixed that long before the show. Now how do you do that? By achieving a perfect room simulation, all you need to do is to have your graphic EQ for the full range and have them on flat. Cut a little bit of 500 Hz to 700 Hz. Depending on the size of the room. If it's a large room, you make sure you cut a little bit. If it's a medium to a small room, you cut more. With these little tips I've given you as an engineer, I'm very confident that you'll be able to maximize your sound check no matter how little the time is, with or without your musicians, to achieve a great show. Stay tuned for videos to come on a lot of topics that we'll be trashing.